Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Natalie, and I'm here with Dr. Mariam Bakhtiari, the inventor of BLAFit Appliance. It's a facial exercise device that's going to help you chisel your jawline, lift your cheekbones, and plump your lips, as well as tap into other health benefits such as releasing jaw tension, alleviating headaches, and helping alleviate any TMJ pain. So today, we're going to talk about what these two exercises look like and how you can start incorporating them in your day-to-day life. Hi, Dr. Mariam.
Hi, sweetie.
Let's just talk about what are the two exercises that people can start incorporating in their day-to-day life to, if they want to plump their lips or...
There's ways to do that.
Right.
Don't ask me how to do it. You have to ask Sylvia how to do it. Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Mariam Bakhtiari, and here from Manhattan Beach, California, in the home of my practice, in the home of BLA. I am a dentist with my practice focused in orthodontics, TMJ, and sleep apnea. My philosophy of practice is very non-invasive, very health-oriented, meaning that if I have a child or an adult walk into my practice that has malocclusion or crowding and the mouth is not biting correctly, the first thing we look in is how to correct the architect of our mouth in order to improve the breath work, nasal breathing, allergies, asthma. So it's like a lot of correction rather than just aligning teeth. We do the orthopedic correction first without surgery, non-invasively with orthopedic retainers, especially for children. Open up their airway, open up their blood supply, circulation for those that have headaches, migraine or neck pain, and then we go into orthodontics, which is braces. So in my practice of 30 years, I've always incorporated a non-invasive approach to giving a beautiful broad smile to patients. And the one thing that I realized that it was missing, I created beautiful broad smiles, very symmetrical smiles, but the facial muscles was not affected by my work. I was able to align the jaw, expand the arches, create beautiful broad smiles. Kids that could breathe now can sleep and they're improve their immune system, but their facial muscles on a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old was not like how human beings are intended to be. When you see an 18-year-old, you should see muscles that are really tight, the facial muscles are tight, the lips are lifted. And what I was observing was that more and more young children had more flat faces, the lips were drooping down. And all my life, I'm a painter, I'm an artist, I consider myself an artist, and I look at facial beauty, natural beauty all the time. And I knew that there should be a way to be able to lift and balance the facial muscles symmetry as well. And that's where the birth of BLAFit Appliance came into a few years ago. And it took a lot of trial and errors and research-based studies to be able to create what we have right now for you to use. So it's a gadget that goes in your mouth, around your lips, anchors either vertically on your top lip and the bottom lip or on horizontally on the side of your lip, engages all the 50+ muscles of the neck and the face together, and you're doing a resistant band workout for your face. And there is a training that needs to be done for you to learn how to do it correctly. And if I did not include the training, which we have it included, the training is included in your packages for now. And for now, we're able to give you one-to-one training. In future, as we're already getting overwhelmed with all the people that need to be trained, we may get to group training. But for now, we are able to sit with you 10-15 minutes and teach you on Zoom how to correctly use it, look at your face, and tell you what you need to do, whether you have TMJ, if you have jaw clicking, if you're suffering from jowls, Do you want your cheekbones to be lifted? Do you want to work on your lips? Based on that, we train you how to use it. You have this training with either one of us at your hands at no extra charge. So please take advantage of that. We asked our people that we're training to write reviews on Amazon to indicate the training as such an important part of this whole journey, so that more people do not drop that card that is in the box out in the trash. Because there's a card that we inserted inside our package that says, congratulations, you've got the 5-minute training with us, just to make some spark in their heart at the beginning when we tried this. But we have plenty of that card, and we're anti-reproducing things. We have a lot of the products that we have that we're sending to you already printed, so we don't want to destroy nature in order for us to tell you that we have the 5 minutes Zoom. So we inserted a card inside our current packaging, and we are constantly talking about it. So there's a training involved to get you to do what you need. What you need may be different than what I need and what Natalie needs. But more and more young kids have facial symmetry that is not facial symmetry. They don't have facial, they lack facial symmetry. They lack facial muscles that are really plumped and erected, you know, like lifted, like you see on a young individual. When you look at old models, movies from 1930s and 40s, and you see these beautiful women that had beautiful anatomy in their face, and then you look at today's models, which is enhanced, their facial muscles are all enhanced by face makeup. Makeup lines are creating those contours that give you visualization that you do have nice cheekbones.
Right.
But you don't. Why are we missing all that? And I've read a book called Dental Physician by, I want to say one of the authors are Dr. Al Fonder. And Dental Physician book indicates that the doctors that wrote that book, they traveled to so many countries around the globe, and they looked at faces and saw that people that are in less westernization cultures have much more beautiful faces, much more beautiful broad arches, smiles were not crowded, and these are people that are indigenous. They're not at all had access to orthodontics or education. They're just like that because of lack of additives and preservatives and the westernization that we have become, where everything is GMOs and we are juicing our food and we're not chewing. And to be honest with you, the fruits don't even taste like fruits that used to be. So I think that we're not using our facial muscles the way it's intended to be, and we're drinking our food and we're overcooking our food, so there's less chewing. And that's why these kids that are drinking, you know, Starbucks Frappuccino all day long, and they're, you know, having protein bars and protein juices, are really have facial muscles that are less muscular than mine. So with BLAFit appliance, the two fundamental practice of the, exercises are the horizontal, which goes, by the way, none of the exercises, we'll train you on this, but none of the exercises anchor in any hard tissue. Everything is on lips. So if your teeth is touching this, you're doing it incorrectly. So please, and your mouth is always in an open position to do these exercises. Why we learn that is that when we have our mouth in closed position, we're less engaging these muscles. In order to get all the muscles under your eyes, all the way to your jawline, to your neck, engaged and work out, we need to have the mouth in an open position. So even the direction in my book that we printed, it doesn't justify the real exercises. The best way we can train you is to sit with you and train you. There is no other way. I've learned that when I train my clients and my patients, when we train our clients and our patients, they will learn the benefits and what it does for them, and they will be able to engage their muscles the way it should be, and now they're on their own. And I don't want the Bella Lip Appliance to be another gadget that you have, you massage your face for 2 days and dump it out. I want you to know that this gadget will save your face from any type of invasive procedure, especially if you do it at a younger age, as well as will help you benefit from TMJ and jaw issues, and opens up the circulation. So people that have migraine and headaches and neck pain, we can teach you and train you how to relieve that. And we also have a side partner, Sylvia Forrest, who she has the pelvic _ jaw alignment, who does 8-week courses with Bella Lip Appliance, 4-week courses with Bella Lip Appliance, and teaches patients how to get their inner trauma out, how to get the pelvic floor engaged and tightened, how to get their neck muscle released. You will learn all those advanced things later on, but I will teach you the basic things that I know how to teach you, which is how to do the horizontal and vertical exercises correctly, so that 4 or 5 times repetition, which would not take more than 1 minute of your daily time, will be able to get your face the face that is natural and beautiful and plumped and youthful.
Yes, absolutely. Especially the horizontal exercise, I think is the one that is performed the most incorrectly.
Yeah. We learned, we didn't have the training as part of the package, but we learned when we met people that they were doing it very incorrectly. Even though incorrectly, it still works because of it. So I'm going to actually demo the horizontal and vertical exercise. The vertical exercise, okay, just a minute. The vertical exercise tightens and gives you the jawline that you're wishing, so you don't need to apply all those chemical makeups on your face to be able to give you that contour. And it will tighten your jowls. Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure why it's glitching so much today.
Yeah, sorry, the glitch. And it tightens your jowls and lifts and plumps your lips. All of that in one exercise. We're going to add the breath work because we want to make this an experience beyond just a workout. We want this to be more relaxation workout, like a yoga. Yeah. So here it is. By the way, all of this is learned during the last few years of us teaching you. We've learned so much with it. So here it is, the vertical exercise.
I also want to clarify that when we say it plumps your lips, it doesn't necessarily grow the pink part of your lips. It's just plumping up the muscle that helps to pop out your lip, give it a more appealing effect.
So the pink color of your lips is not going to be like all of a sudden become 6 times bigger.
Right.
But the lip underneath your lips, the muscle underneath your lips, the muscle that just covers right on top of your jawbone, that lip sits on, that muscle right after that connection, all that muscle to the pink line. The lip is all muscle. We're actually plumping that, so it lifts the pink part. It actually maybe expands it, but it doesn't make it bigger. I don't know how to explain it. People think that when you do lip injections, you're actually stretching the pink part.
Exactly.
And when you don't give the lip injections, the pink part gets extra skin that's going to droop. And I've treated patients that are biting on their lips now because there's extra tissue, and now they're in their 80s and they don't want to inject anymore, and the lip is expanded beyond. What we're doing is we're actually lifting it from underneath. So if your lip from outside looks bigger, it's not because we increase the length of your skin, it's because we pumped up the muscle underneath it.
Right.
So it's a very different beauty improvement, more natural, much more beautiful than when you give lip injections and start looking differently.
Mm-hmm. So always make sure to anchor the BLA directly onto your lips, not your teeth, and hold onto the resistance band, not the arms, but the resistance band with your index finger and your thumb, just so it doesn't torque around. So she's using both her upper and lower lip to bring the handles together, and as she's doing that, she's shifting her lower jaw forward. By doing that, she's actively engaging her neck muscles as well. and I hope you can hear that, but simultaneously she is incorporating breath work into the exercise. This will allow her to tap into her parasympathetic nervous system to help relax her body, especially for those of us that clench and store a lot of their tension on their jaw. This is going to help alleviate a lot of that pain and tension. So always make sure you're taking a deep breath in from your nose. And as you exhale, you can exhale from your nose or your mouth. Preferably your mouth, I think, is more comfortable. But look how great she looks.
So, thank you for such beautiful following my moves. But I want you to know that as a TMJ doctor, the length that this maximum opening is what I want my healthy TMJ patients be able to open that wide. So when we're training you, we'll teach you how to do it correctly, to capture the disc that clicks here back into its place, and do it in a way that when you close, did you notice when I open, I let my mouth opened up with the arm resistant by itself. I wasn't at all, it was passive. I wasn't at all opening. It was just like stretching me out passively.
Right.
And that's where that relaxation and stretch comes. It's like you go with a trainer and he's stretching your body. You're not.
Mm-hmm.
And that feels so different. So bellow lip appliance, that I already feel like, even though my lips and my face have done this so many times, I feel like all of this lip is rolled, bigger. I feel the cheekbones tighter. And by doing these exercises, that movement and that pumping action of your muscles, you're actually increasing circulation to your face, you're creating better skin tone, and you're creating your own natural collagen. So I am not against adding all the collagen and things and drinking it and eating it. That's all good. But this is your own production, natural production. This is kind of mimicking if we were in a perfect world and we were eating raw food like we were intended and chewing our food better and using these facial muscles so they are really young and used. When you don't use a muscle, it dies, it becomes flat. You will, said, what is that? There's a thing said, don't use it or use it. And there was something that I was watching in one of the Instagram
I was like,
that says if you don't use your muscle, you won't have it. So the same thing with your face. If you don't engage the facial muscles with a nice resistance. Now, I'm not worried. Whenever I wanted to talk to people in marketing, they said, oh, China's gonna copy this and they're gonna put it for $10. I'm not worried about that because we use an aircraft engineer, a medical doctor, and myself to be able to perfectly measure the resistance that your face needs without creating impingement in your jaw and creating headaches, creating a jaw locking. We're actually unlocking jaws with this for patients in our office. So I'm not worried anybody copies it because the original bellow lip appliance has to be sold by BLAFit.com. It's a product that's durable. You can use this 500,000 times and it won't break. Show me a copy that does do the same. Everything we use is FDA approved material and they're all made in USA. I personally supervise the making of the bellow lip appliances. It's done by my molding company that does my dental products. He's doing it and I'm paying a bit more, but I'm getting the quality. I get to see the quality and the material. I get to pick. I get to see where it's packaged in California. I need to be in control. That's how I'm here. Anything that it's part of me, it has to be done by people that I can see, I can feel, I have connection with, so that I know that I'm trusting them for their end of bargain. This company is not here to cut the end product. We're not going to jeopardize the quality. I was offered by bigger companies, infomercials, to take over bellow lip appliance, and we left that deal. I always tell my daughter, leave a good deal for a better deal, because this is my baby. This is my life worth. 30 years of education is bellow lip appliance. I'm not going to have this taken by a company and I'll just get a percentage and have nothing to do with it. I want to have everything to do with this because this is going to change your life. That's why I'm gonna come in the Zoom meeting. I put my lunch hour. Our lunch hours are spent training you guys. So that should tell you something about the nature of this company. It's what we sell from my dental practice. The Bella Lip appliances come from the California manufacturer here. We package it here. We see everything that goes on with this product. We send them from here to Amazon, and Amazon sends it to you. So that's about it.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to do the horizontal exercise as well, so you can just at least get to see. For those of you that don't have the Bella Lip appliance, for those of you that have it, please connect with us and get your 5 minutes. We say 5, but it's usually 15 minutes.
Right.
One-to-one training with us. You just email us at
order@blafit.com
and say, I'm ready to get my training, and we'll be giving you the dates and we'll work things out.
Yes.
So here's the horizontal exercise. Now the horizontal exercise does 2 things. Lift the corner of your lip and feels the corner.
And she's maintaining that O shape, that ah shape throughout the entire exercise, only bringing in the handles in about like halfway. Okay. At the same time, she's taking in deep breaths in with her nose. Make sure all of your breaths are coming in from your diaphragm, from your core. And she's exhaling through her mouth. This is actually personally my favorite exercise, the horizontal one, just because I love the pump that I feel on my cheekbones. Like you can really feel like your cheekbones like bringing the handles together if you do it correctly.
But the breath fork itself with this resistant band, it's just, you have to feel it. We'll see you on the other side, how you will feel.
Yes.
It almost feels like you're high. I've never been high with drugs, I'm not lying, but I just feel like that's how it would feel when your head is light and you feel like, okay, it's so good. Life is so good. Taking that moment for yourself to self-regulate, self-love, and I'm all about bringing your best self out, bringing your natural self out. I just watched a doctor, a plastic surgeon, talk about how the injections of Botox and fillers are very harmful, and in a way that he said that exactly what I've told you, it balloons the skin, and actually the skin sags longer, and they are telling us that the fillers after 1 year goes away. He actually shows MRIs that they don't go away, they displace. So faces are becoming disfigured, they're becoming changed completely. So you don't look like you when you do so many times. The first time is nice, the second time is nice, the 4th, 5th, 10 times you do these injections, you're looking like somebody else. So that's why we're looking at kids that are so young, they all look the same, we're all becoming cloned of each other. So what I would jaw and make us have a better immune and better self-regulation, put ourselves in parasympathetic nervous mode. And what a better way in the middle of the day when you're behind your desk and you're stressed to do this 1 minute and while you're doing that heavy duty task you're doing, and then it'll just self-regulate you and get you back to the center and focused again.
Yes. And I just want to quickly share my experience, a story about something. So I feel like recently, maybe this past year, these past 2 years, this look of having these really thick lips has been in, right? It's like a trend. Unfortunately, it's really sad to say that women's bodies are trends, and it shouldn't be that way.
That makes me so sad.
It's really common to see that, and it's been common for many, many years. But I would be lying if I said that I didn't fall into that idea of being curious, or at least wanting to potentially try like lip filler, just because I would look at my lips and I'm like, oh, well, they don't look like the norm. They don't look like that beauty standard of having these like really like thick, plump lips. And I was interested. I was curious. I was like, you know what? Like, I would want to try lip filler, but there's a lot that goes into getting lip filler or any type of like injections in your lips, because there's a lot of negative side effects that could come with it. I've seen so many videos of women that have reactions to the ingredients that are used, or just have had it just starts looking really bad after a certain period of time, or you can go to someone that isn't trustworthy. There's just so many different things to like actually take into consideration before making that step, as well as it's also very expensive, that I just thought, you know what, it's not worth it. It's not worth trying to fulfill this idea, or this trying to look like this other beauty standard that isn't really me. Like, I was given these lips and they look beautiful.
Actually, I have to say, Natalie, I'm going to say it in front of the audience, because I know that from the people that are watching us right now, there's going to be so many other people later watch. Close your lips. Relax. You have your own unique, beautiful lips.
Thank you.
Beautiful lips. And if you look like everybody, then you would not be different. You wouldn't get my eyes.
Right.
But because you're original, because you embrace your beauty and how you carry yourself, you're so attractive. And you're so beautiful. It makes me actually wish that we can have sessions here for kids, girls that are really not feeling self-confidence because of the way they look or how they carry themselves. You carry yourself with so much grace. I'm always learning from you, and you're beautiful.